All right. Hello, everyone. I have me and Miss Emmy here. Say hi. Hanging out today. I'm going to try to get a good panorama view here of this kind of upper shelf that I have above my living room TV. Anyways, point is there's some books. I don't know if this is going to come into view well. The purpose of this was to kind of have some of my favorite books and most influential books, and I just wanted to share some of them with you and hopefully encourage you to buy them or read them, or I don't know, listen to them on audio, whatever choice you want to make. So the first and foremost one I'm going to share is The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. You can literally get this for $5. This exact type of soft cover, very handy dandy, tiny book. Very, very useful. It is a practical guide to personal freedom. And what I can share with you is I've read this book, it's had to have been about 5 years ago now. And the first time I read it, it's one of those times where it was an experience, right? You read it, you're like, wow, like this stuff makes so much sense, and you go on this whole mind-bending experience of looking at the world just slightly differently. But it really doesn't change you permanently, right? You just got that idea and you're like, wow, and you saw stuff differently, and maybe like a week later, everything just kind of faded back into that normal land. And then 2 years later, I found myself almost pulled to this book again, as if it was like, this is what you need to read now. You need to experience this now again. And it blew me away because I took it serious the second time around. So it was must have been about 2 years later when I reread the book, and then I ended up listening to it on audio every day for weeks, just wanting to really, really take it serious and ingrain it in my mind. And I'm telling you, nothing has changed my life more than doing that. The simple four-step process. It's simple, does not mean easy. Don't forget that. So beyond that, I'm going to share with you a few more. Something I really like, body language. So this is just, I'm not going to recommend this specific book. I'm just showing you this one. This says The Secret to Body Language, an illustrated guide to knowing what people are really thinking and feeling. Always look for something that is, if you're trying to do personal development, I've learned that the guides, man, anytime someone's talking about a guide, they're saying that, hey, I've been down this road before. Okay, I've taken this road over here, and there's all sorts of detours, and I want to keep you on the path that gets you there just a wee bit faster. That's literally what that is telling you. You have to heed that advice, right? The same with the Four Agreements. It's a guide to personal freedom. I mean, come on, who doesn't want personal freedom? Get serious, right? Another book I'd recommend, but remember that, I'm not going to recommend that one right now. But I'll let you know, The Odyssey, another good book. Obviously, anyone who knows books knows that. Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. Sorry, I got my face in the camera here. Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. Definitely highly recommend that book. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Simon Sinek's Leaders Eat Last. Some kid-friendly books here, okay? The Whole Brain Child. Plant-Powered Families. Mastering Mindfulness. Today I Affirm journal. Dictionary, of course, right? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Man's Search for Meaning. Oh my goodness, let me tell you what right here. Okay, Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl. This is one of my most, I say I recommend this book based on people's questions more than any other book. This right here is a transformational book for anyone to read. Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl. It will change your life. Next, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. Another highly recommended book. The Timeless Art of Turning Trials into Triumph. Listen to his words here. This is not he says the timeless art, okay? The timeless art of turning trials into triumph. It's an art form, okay? It's a unique to you practice that you have to build. There's only tools that you get, right? These are just tools. These books are tools saying, here, this tool will help you build your story. It will help you build your life. Okay, so here we continue, right? We got The Mastery of Love. Okay, Love's Alchemy. That's another good book right there. Thoughts Without a Thinker. That's under you. Look in some of these. The 5 Love Languages. This is actually a very, very powerful book for everyone, especially in today's world, just to have a basic understanding of what is considered here the 5 love languages. You know, obviously we can all say it's debatable how many love languages there are and yada yada yada. The point is, the simpler you can make something, the better you can understand it. You've basically gained more understanding if you can explain it simply, and that's what these books are designed to do. Another powerful book, Mindfulness for Beginners. Very, very, again, a unique takes. These books will tease different parts of your mind, right? Many roads lead to the same solution, right? And that's the point, is you have to see different roads to see which road might work best for you, because there's people out there that are going to be more similar to you than others. And just because you like what somebody has to say doesn't mean that they actually have a solution for how you need to get out of your situation or into the situation that you want to be in, right? Because I think it's more than just getting out of your situation. It's literally growing into the situation you want to be in. You know, I always use the fact of manure, okay? Manure is the number one source for plant growth. Why? Why is that? Why is manure the common source for plant growth? Well, the microbes, the tiny little bugs that nobody talks about, nobody can even see with the naked eye, that are the most vital part of the system. There's trillions and trillions and trillions of them everywhere, and that is what initiates the growth right out of the filth, and the flower arises with beauty, and it shines, despite growing in the worst of the worst in this world, right? So you have to always keep that in mind for whatever situation you've come from or what you're going through. So let's continue. Another instantly transformational, if you apply it, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Stephen R. Covey. Okay, a lot of his work is very good work. Also, when you purchase this, I don't know if it directly comes with the workbook, but there's a workbook as well that goes with it. I highly recommend making sure you get both. Another one that I think is transformational for both men and women, this is important. The 48 Laws of Power. Okay, it's hard to see. I was trying to make sure you could see it. The 48 Laws of Power. This is a difficult read. It's not an easy read. You need to have a high reading level, right? So that's one I would pay close attention to. But if you can grasp the principles in it, you're going to get the idea, right? So even then, even if you don't have the depth of what gets into this, the 48 Laws of Power, they will piss you off. Trust me, they will make you mad. If you're someone, I mean, we're all decent people, right? So the reality is, all human beings are going to get kind of pissed off about it, but you can't deny that they're basically all true. It's just the worst of when it comes to power, it becomes the worst of what humanity can be about and be like. The Way of the Superior Man, this is going to be more geared towards men, but this is a worthwhile read. David, I don't want to slash this, but Dida. Either way, a great one. Another one, Vishen Lakhiani. He is the owner of Mind Valley. They do online courses that are basically videos and audios teaching you to do stuff. But The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, again, it's going to be, I like this book in a sense because he's a very engineering type of mind. And so the way he kind of decodes things uses a lot of interesting points of view that comes from that type of mind. Awaken the Giant Within from Tony Robbins. Money Master the Game from Tony Robbins. Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Then I also have with that book together, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Another book you can have. Point being is there's a boatload of opportunity to learn and grow. The old school way, read. Get the book yourself and read it, because there's nothing more powerful than doing something with these two hands, right? I'm holding one here and boom, we're holding out a book. I want to share a couple kids' books with you. Transformational kids' books. Funny enough, the Magic Treehouse series, okay, there's a boatload of these books. They're all very good, very dream-oriented. And the beauty of this is you can read this to your kid when they're in the womb all the way through until they're able to read it to you, okay? Think about that. There's very few opportunities where that's a good option. And this right here, I believe, is. And the sooner you get them to read this book to you, the more proficient they're going to become at reading, that much faster. So I love this series. I've utilized it myself, and I am seeing the results with my children. And last but certainly not least here, we have ourselves the Bible, okay? Got all dirty in the back from being on the table. Good old Bible. Now, I'm not going to sit here and preach anything to anybody, but what I'm going to tell you is there's a great deal of wisdom, because this is a book written by men, okay? I'm not going to talk about anything else more than that. What I want you to know, it's lots and lots and lots of opportunity to enhance the way you see the world. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I want to keep sharing more things that have helped improve me in my life, and hopefully will help you guys improve your life. Peace.